Most people think Korean women aren't having kids because they are too modern, or too feminist, or too obsessed with careers. They're wrong. Korean women want kids. They did the math, but math said no. I'm a Korean man, a father. I've watched this number drop my entire adult life. Korea's birth rate is now 0.72. That's not a low number. That's an extinction number. Below the death rate, Korea is shrinking faster than any country in human history that wasn't at war. But this video isn't about that statistics. It's about the 4 numbers Korean women wrote down before they made their decision. 4 numbers, 1 conclusions. And the country still doesn't want to look at it. She did the math. You've seen the headlines. Korean women refuse to have babies. Korean fertility crisis, 4B movement. You've watched Western news clips where the reporter stands in front of a Korean apartment building and talks about extinction. You read the comments under those videos. Every comment says the same thing. Selfish women, crazy feminists, they'll regret it when they're old. And maybe a part of you wondered if those commenters were right. You shouldn't have. Because what those women are doing isn't selfish. It's accounting. Let me show you something. I went to a friend's family gathering last fall. 10 people in a small apartment. The men were at the dining table talking about real estate. The women were in the kitchen, peeling fruit, cleaning rice, boiling soup. My friend's wife is a lawyer. She graduated top of her class. She's the breadwinner. That night she was on her feet for 4 hours. Nobody noticed. Nobody helped. His mother watched her like she was inspecting a delivery, and I sat at the table and ate her food. I didn't get up. I want to tell you, I felt bad about it. I did. But not enough to move. So when I tell you what Korean woman figured out, know that I'm talking to myself first. This is what they figured out. There are 4 numbers, 1 decision, and in a minute I'll show you the line they wrote at the bottom of the page. Number 1, the career. In Korea, a woman with a baby loses her job. That's not a metaphor. That's a statistic. Korea has the widest gender pay gap in the developed world, 31%. The OECD average is 12. The US is 17. Korean women out-earn male peers by their late 20s. By 35, they earn 65% of what the same men earn. The thing that happens between those 2 ages has a name, the kid. A Korean woman who has a child is, on average, never paid the same again. Ever. The companies don't fire her. They don't have to. She comes back from maternity leave to find her project reassigned. She's moved to a quieter team, then a quieter office, then a quieter desk. By the 2nd year, she gets the message and quits. Number 1, the career. She built it for 15 years. The system erased it in 18 months. That's the first invoice the country handed her. She's reading it now. The disease, not the symptom. You think this started with K-pop or with smartphones or with the Seoul housing market? It didn't. The shape of this thing is 600 years old. In old Korea, a woman married into a household. Not a man, a household. Her job was to serve her husband's parents until they died. Cook for them, bury them, mourn them for 3 years in a hut behind the house. Her own parents? She visited them on holidays, if allowed. Her name didn't go in the family register. Only her sons did. The Confucian scholars had a phrase for the ideal daughter-in-law. She enters silent, lives silent, and lives silent. That household didn't disappear when Korea modernized. It just got an apartment. The husband's mother moved into the next building. The husband's family chat runs 24 hours a day. Holiday gatherings still happen at the husband's parents' home. The wife still cooks. The husband still sits. And the family register is digital now. The name on it is still his. This is the disease. The career invoice is just the symptom. The real question. So she ran the numbers on her career, and so it will be erased. That's the symptom, now the disease. What Korean women calculated isn't just one bad deal. It's that every line in the contract is rigged. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you the one number nobody admits exists. The number that's coming for a woman in your country too. Stay with me. Number 2. The body. A Korean woman who has a baby is supposed to lose the weight in 3 months. Not after, 3 months. There are private hospitals called postpartum care centers. 2 weeks, $2,000 a night in the high-end ones. The biggest selling point isn't medical care, it's getting your body back. Then she leaves the center. The body is supposed to look like nothing happened, but the country took the body. The country gets to grade it. Korea performs more cosmetic procedures per capita than any country on earth. 1 in 3 Korean women has had work done. In the 2039 bracket, more than half. Gangnam District alone has roughly 500 cosmetic clinics in 2 square miles, the same density as Starbucks in Midtown Manhattan. But for faces, this is the world she gives the baby to. She knows it. She lived through it first. Look, I'm not going to tell you Korean women are only victims here. A lot of them are running the salons that grade the next generation. A 22-year-old in Gangnam is being told by a 45-year-old esthetician that her jawline is wrong. The esthetician believes it. She's being graded too, by her mother, by her esthetician's esthetician. Same score, different decades. Every one of them is following the same tests. Number 2, the body, that's the second invoice. Number 3, the labor. Korean men do 49 minutes of housework a day. That's the lowest in the developed world. Norwegian men do 184. Swedish men do 171. American men do 165. Korean men do less than men in any OECD country, less than half the average. Imagine you have a full-time job. Imagine you do 80% of the cooking, 80% of the cleaning. Imagine you do all of the school pickup, the homework supervision, the doctor visits, the in-law calls. Imagine your husband does 49 minutes of dishes per day. Now imagine he comes home at 11 p.m. because his boss said the team was going for a 3rd round of drinks. He can't say no. Korea has the longest working hours in the OECD after Mexico. Average 1,901 hours per year. That's roughly 5 extra weeks of work per year compared to a German. So she has the career being erased, the body being graded, and the second shift starts at 8 p.m. and ends when she falls asleep. Number 3, the labor, that's the 3rd invoice. She's looking at 3 pieces of paper now, and the country is asking her where the baby is. This is coming for you too. I wanna stop here for a second. You're watching this from a country where you think these are Korean problems. They're not. The 49 minutes of housework. American men do 99. Better, not great. The pay gap after children. American mothers earn 71 cents for every dollar fathers earn. Same gap, slower bleed. The beauty grading. Look at the comments under any 50-year-old woman's video on this app. Korea isn't an alien country. It's a preview, running 20 years ahead. The reason Korean women are refusing to reproduce isn't that Korea is uniquely broken. It's that Korea ran the experiment first. Took a 600-year-old household, dropped it into a modern economy. Asked women to perform both. Watched them refuse. Your country is running the same experiment. Slower, softer, not yet visible. There's one more number Korean woman calculated, the biggest one. I'll get to it in a minute. It's the one that broke the deal. Number 4, the future. The first 3 numbers are about her. The 4th is about the kid. If she has a baby in Korea, what does that baby walk into? A school system where 80% of children attend private cram schools. The average family spends $700 a month per child on tutoring. By high school, $1,500. Total cost to raise one Korean child to college graduation, roughly $230,000. Korea ranks number 1 in the world. Per capita GDP times 7.8. The American number is 4.1. The German number is 3.6. Korea spends almost twice the wealth-adjusted cost of any other developed country to raise one child. The kid still might not get into a top university. Sunong, that's the National College Entrance Exam, is taken by 500,000 students per year. Roughly 2% get into the top 3 universities. The rest are sorted into a 20-year career penalty for the rest of their lives. She knows this because she lived it. She knows what waits for her son. 2 years of mandatory military service, then 60-hour weeks for 40 years. She knows what waits for her daughter. Everything I just described in numbers 1, 2, and 3. Number 4, the future. That's the 4th invoice. She set them down on the table. She added them up. She wrote the answer at the bottom. 4 numbers, 1 word. No. The country that couldn't read. Korea's government is panicking now. They've spent $280 billion trying to reverse the birth rate over 16 years. That's roughly the GDP of Finland. Spent. Gone. The birth rate kept dropping because the government is paying women to have babies. Korean women aren't refusing because of money. They're refusing because they read the contract. You can't fix that with a check. You'd have to fix the household, which means fixing the man. Which means rewriting 600 years of inheritance about who serves whom. Which means his mother has to change. The boss has to change. The esthetician has to change. The husband has to put down his phone and pick up a sponge. That's not a policy problem, that's a civilization problem. Korean women are not refusing to reproduce. They're refusing to participate in their own erasure. What comes for you? Now look at your own country. Look at the 28-year-old at your office who just got married, or your friend's daughter, or anyone in your life under 35. Watch how she answers when someone asks if she wants kids. Watch the pause, the half smile, we'll see. She's running the same numbers, just in a different language. The career penalty is there. Smaller, but there. The body grading is there. Filtered through Instagram, instead of a Gangnam clinic, but there. The unpaid second shift is there. Her partner does more dishes than a Korean man, but she still tracks the dentist appointments. The future cost is there. American college tuition is the highest in human history. She's not Korean, but she's holding the same calculator. The question isn't whether your country will hit 0.72, it's how long the math takes to spread. The bigger question, I'm a father. I think about this when I'm tired. The country I live in is going to be half the size by the time my kids are old. Half the schools closed, half the towns gone, half the labor force. Korea will become a very strange country. Old, quiet, with long shadows. You can blame Korean women for that. A lot of Korean men do. Or you can read what they wrote on the page. 4 numbers, 1 word, no. The bigger question isn't whether Korean women are wrong to refuse, it's whether the system that asked them to sign was ever asking in good faith. Your country is asking the same question of its daughters now. The contract is shorter, the print is smaller, but the 4 numbers are still there. They're just learning how to count them. I want to know what you saw. Tell me in the comments. Did you do the math at the same point in your life? Did you sign the contract or did you refuse? And if you signed, would you sign it again, knowing what you know now? I'll read every comment. Stay real, because that's what I crave. This is Sibong Records. See you in the next videos.